Hello ladies, and welcome to the 2019 Missouri Girl State online briefing video. We're sorry that we missed you at an in-person briefing, but we are happy to be able to offer this online briefing video option to you so that you can have the same access to the same information as everybody else. My name is Maya Buckner, and I function as the online briefing coordinator for Missouri Girl State, as well as a county counselor during the actual session. After you view this video, you should have received in this email, in addition to the link to this video, a link to a Google form. After you watch this video, please go straight to that Google form and fill out this brief questionnaire. We're just trying to gather a little bit of information about why you could not attend a briefing. So for example, maybe it was too far. Awesome. We want to know that information so that in the future, we can offer briefings that are more convenient to your specific location so that other girls who are from your hometown can have the benefit of receiving this information in person. So please fill out that Google form after you view this video. That will count as your attendance of a briefing. It is highly recommended, almost mandatory, that everybody participate in a briefing. It's a lot of information that I'm about to throw at you. And so if at any time you have a question, please maybe jot it down, because at the end of this briefing video, once you go fill out that form, there is a space in that Google form for you to ask any questions that you have, any points of clarification that you or your parents or guardians might need. And then I will do my best to get back to you, usually within about 48 hours. Sometimes it may take a little bit longer than that. I know last year we had about 200 girls view this online briefing video, and I expect that our numbers this year are going to be about the same. So please just be patient with me. I will do my very best to get back to you and answer your questions as quickly as possible. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So American Legion Auxiliary Missouri Girl State is held from June 23rd through June 29th of this year. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so a little bit about the ALA. So Missouri Girl State is sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary, also known as the ALA. And the ALA is the largest women's patriotic service organization in the world, with nearly 1 million members. Veteran support and children and youth are two of the many ALA programs that they sponsor. And Missouri ALA has sponsored a Girl State program since 1940. All 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, also have Girl State programs of their own. And Missouri Girl State has the distinct pleasure of being one of the largest and most prestigious Girls State programs in the nation, with approximately 800 delegates every year. I believe that puts us in the top 5, and in some years we've even been in the top 3 as far as population goes for Missouri Girl State. So we're very lucky to be offering this large and prestigious program to you. A little more about the ALA. What do we promote? So at ALA MGS, we promote citizen participation in city, county, and state level government, in addition to teaching the principles of democracy, patriotism, and leadership. Our session is held on June 23rd through June 29th, and we are housed at the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg. So piggybacking on those principles of democracy, patriotism, and leadership, a few of the things that you're going to be learning at Missouri Girl State are things like flag etiquette, the importance of your vote, the history behind some of our democratic processes and methods. How does Missouri function as a state? How does Missouri function within the context of the United States of America? So we learn about what it means to be a responsible citizen, a responsible constituent, and how we can make our voices heard at the local government level. So this is our weekend review, a very condensed version of our schedule. So on Sunday, you'll arrive and complete registration, and by that evening, you'll be participating in your first city election. We'll talk a little bit more about elections as this presentation progresses. On Monday, your first day of classes will be held. I will explain what the classes are to you in this presentation as well. On Monday, we also have our General Assembly elections that will determine the members of the Missouri Girl State House of Representatives and the Missouri Girl State Senate, because on Tuesday, the General Assembly sessions begin. They begin crafting and drafting legislation and debating bills that could potentially be signed into law at the end of the week by our new governor. We also hold county level elections on Tuesdays. On Wednesday, the General Assembly and the members of their staff will travel to Jefferson City. We'll talk a little bit more about that excursion in the later slides of this presentation. On Wednesday, we also have our party convention, state primary elections, and we are also going to be having a rec night on Wednesday, which should be a really fun time. On Thursday, we have our press conference and the state general election. Thursday evening, we also hold our state fair, banner parade, and talent show. If you have a member of your family who's an alumni of Missouri Girls State, whether that's your sister, aunt, grandma, mother, any female relative or friend for that matter, they are more than welcome to join us on Thursday evening for the State Fair, banner parade, and talent show. On Friday, you will have a test in your class, and the election results will be announced, so that on Friday evening we can hold our inaugural festivities as well as the Festival of Lights. Parents and family members are welcome to attend our inauguration festivities as well. On Saturday, we'll have our closing ceremony at the multipurpose building, and at that time, we will announce any awards and scholarships that have been earned throughout the week. And again, parents are welcome to join us for those festivities as well. So this is our website, MissouriGirlState.org. If you have not already visited it, please do so ASAP, because on this website, you will find any of the necessary paperwork that you need to bring with you to registration. I'm going to talk about the paperwork you'll have to fill out on the next slide. We can also be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our handles for those social media platforms can be found on this slide. We do highly recommend that you follow us on Facebook. That's usually the best place for you to ask any questions that you may have leading up to the session. You are, of course, more than welcome to continue emailing us through the contacting us via email. But on that Facebook page, you can also view some of the questions that other girls may have, and maybe that can give you some answers and some additional information. We also highly recommend that parents follow us on that Facebook page as well, because that's where we're going to post pictures. Sometimes we do videos and live streams, press releases occasionally, election results. That's really the best place for mom and dad or your guardians to be able to keep up with what you're doing throughout the week and keep up to date with what's going on. Okay, so the packet. This packet, again, can be found on our website, MissouriGirlState.org. This is called the Delegate Information Packet, and it must be downloaded from the website by everybody. Everybody should download this. Within the packet, you can find the address to the University of Central Missouri in Warrensburg, as well as emergency phone numbers that are going to be handy for mom and dad or your guardian to have. Within the packet, there's also a packing list, things that you need to bring, and things that you should probably leave at home. Within the packet, you can also find Samsung scholarship information. We'll touch on that a little bit later on. Girls Nation information and bill guidance, we'll touch on that too, and MOCHIP information. Those three programs, participation is optional in those three programs, but if you are going to participate, they do require some work and some prior thought before attending Missouri Girls State. So that's why we suggest that you visit our website ASAP so that you can determine whether or not you want to participate in those three activities. The health form can be found in the packet, and it must be downloaded, filled out, and printed, and it has to be signed by your doctor. If it is not signed by your doctor or primary care physician, our nurses on staff will be unable to provide you with any sort of over-the-counter medications, not even a Tylenol or even a Neosporin if you scrape your knee. So it's really, really important that if, for heaven forbid, throughout the week you need any sort of medical care, minor or otherwise, that health form is signed by your doctor, particularly if you take any sort of prescription medication. It really must be signed by a doctor, just so that everybody can be on the same page and help keep you safe and healthy throughout the week. Within the packet, you can also find campaign store rules and campaign prices. We'll talk about that. City rules must be signed by you and your parent or guardian. The city rules kind of function as our behavioral expectations throughout the week, kind of like a code of conduct. There can also be information about taxes and fees found in the packet as well. All of this we're going to dive a little bit deeper into during this presentation. The little things, it might be kind of hard to see, but the little things that have like the little asterisks by them, so like Girls Nation information, MOCHIP, health form, don't pack that stuff in your suitcase. Bring that stuff with you, have it in your hand at registration, have it handy, because you're going to be turning it in as you navigate the registration process and visit the different stations. The manual and schedule. So the manual functions kind of like a textbook for our week at Girl State. It will be printed and it will be given to you upon your arrival. It's going to be 3-hole punched, so you're going to want to bring with you a 3-ring binder. It doesn't need to be your binder doesn't need to be any larger than an inch or so. So you don't need one of the gigantic ones. But your manual is going to be 3-hole punched, which is why having a binder is necessary so you can keep all of that information together and organized. You are also going to receive a schedule upon checking into your room, also 3-hole punched, and the schedule has our entire week's worth of activities, details for every single event, and all of the things that we're going to be participating in. Again, you're going to receive a copy of that after you have registered. We can't guarantee when that schedule will be posted on our website for you to preview. As many things are still kind of up in the air, we're changing things, scheduling speakers to come and speak. Maybe we might have to do a time switch. So we really don't try to post that until towards the very end of our planning, so that you're not having to change your perceptions. We just want to give you the most updated copy. So it's probably not going to be available up until a few days leading up to the session. So if you look at this slide, this is an example of what a typical day at Missouri Girl State is like. So this is our typical Monday schedule. Again, this is not the entire schedule for the day. If you notice, it starts at wake up call, which is usually about 6:30 in the morning. And then the end of the schedule right here goes to 3:15. So there's still significantly a lot more that's left off. So if you see here, this is the end of the day at 11 o'clock. So a typical day includes waking up between 6:30 and 7:15 every morning, and lights out is usually happening from 11 to 11:30. So it is a very long day. It's a very busy day. And so at lights out, we really do mean lights out. It's time to go to bed. It's time to rest. Because if you noticed, you're going to be up at 6:30 the next day, getting back at it again, running full speed. So sleep is very important to us at Missouri Girl State. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about what is exactly Missouri Girl State. So basically at Girl State, what our goal is to build a fully functioning, self-sufficient state-level government from scratch in a week. So if we think to ourselves, what does a state have? What does a government have? Well, a state needs cities, right? So at Missouri Girl State, we have 21 cities. In a city, there are approximately 35 to 40 girls, and usually you're housed within the same hallway at Missouri Girl State. So those 35 to 40 girls are going to be kind of your team for the entire week. You'll be living together and doing most of your activities together as a unit. Those cities turn around and comprise 7 counties. A state has counties, right? So 3 cities making up a county, that's 7 counties at Missouri Girl State. I function as a county counselor, so I will oversee the 3 cities and those counselors within that county. So each of those 7 counties has a county counselor. Each of those 21 cities has a city counselor and an assistant counselor as well for you to look up to and ask questions of and to help lead you throughout the week. Those cities and counties all together turn around to comprise our state, Missouri Girl State. Due to time constraints, each delegate is assigned a political party. Your roommate will be of the opposite political party as you. We understand that in the real world, you are able to choose your party affiliation. You can choose to be unaffiliated from any particular party. But again, due to time constraints, we're just going to pick a party and we're going to give one to you. Our 2 parties at Missouri Girl State are the Nationalists, and they are blue, and then there's the Federalists, and they are red. The red and blue have nothing to do with Republican, Democrat, or anything like that happens in the real world, nor do they have to do anything with any of those Republican or Democratic political platforms that they may have. Because every year, the political platforms of the Nationalists and the Federalists changes every year. Because you're going to come in and you're going to decide what issues are going to be most important to the Nationalists this year. What are the Federalists going to prioritize during our session of Missouri Girl State? So you will determine what issues and values your political party is going to have and what your political platform is going to be. So offices available. Okay, so we've got our cities and we've got our counties and we've got our state. Well, we need people to run those things, right? So we're going to have city offices. This is the city election that's going to happen on Sunday night, the same day that you've arrived. You're going to be doing your first election. So we need people to run our city. We need a mayor. We need a city clerk. We need a city treasurer, municipal judges. We need a city collector, and we need a city council. All of those elections are going to take place on Sunday night so that throughout the week, those people can be forming your city. On Tuesday, we have our county elections. So what does a county have? It has county commissioners. It has a county treasurer, a recorder of deeds. It has a county sheriff, for example. So all of those elections, again, are going to be held on Tuesday so that we can have our county level government set up. And then finally, we have the state level offices. That would be your governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, secretary of state, state treasurer, state auditor. And in addition to that would be our General Assembly, the legislative branch of government, so the senators and the members of the House of Representatives. And then we also have a judicial branch. We do have a Missouri Girls State Supreme Court with Supreme Court justices as well as a Chief Justice. So those are all of the positions that are available to you at Missouri Girls State. So the General Assembly, our senators and our representatives and the members of their staff do have the opportunity to travel to Jefferson City during the week, where they conduct ALA Missouri Girls State business and pass bills on the actual floors of the Senate chambers and on the actual floor of the House chambers. So you'll go to the Capitol building, you'll be able to move around the galleries, you'll sit in the desks, you'll bang the gavels. You're going to be assisted by actual aides for those two chambers. Actual senators from Missouri, actual representatives from Missouri are going to be there to help you every step of the way so that this looks as much like it does in the real world, what our legislature actually does. So this is a really unique opportunity, and it's really extra special because it's one of those things that Missouri Girls State does that our boys state counterparts don't get to do. So that makes it extra special. Additionally, in Jefferson City, you will be hosted by the American Legion Post down in Jeff, and you're going to have the best fried chicken of your life. So if you like fried chicken, the House and Senate is the place for you. Okay, campaigning and elections. So how do I get myself into those positions? How do I get to be city mayor? How do I get to be the governor? Well, you have to campaign and you have to talk to your constituents and you must be elected into office. For campaigning, you cannot bring any pre-made campaign materials with you to Missouri Girls State. Everybody will be given the same opportunity. We try to even the playing field as much as possible. And so all campaign materials must be purchased from our campaign store with Missouri Girls State bucks. Girls State bucks are our currency that we're going to use throughout the week. So everybody, once they arrive, will be given 100 Girls State bucks to do with as they please. You can use that money to start your own business. You can use that money to purchase goods or services from other girls who've started businesses at Missouri Girls State. You can spend that money at the state fair or to run an effective campaign. We do, again, have a campaign store where you can have access to poster board, crayons, markers, sidewalk chalk, tape, anything that you would need to run a successful election, we will provide for you in the Missouri Girls State campaign store. Again, you cannot bring any pre-made campaign materials. If you do, you could be potentially disqualified from your race. That includes, hypothetically speaking, if you brought a package of Sharpies and you use those Sharpies to draw your posters. Well, Sharpies aren't available in the campaign store, so that would be an example of outside campaign materials. If you're confused about what you can and cannot use to run a campaign, talk to your city councilor. She can steer you in the right direction. A list of all of our campaign rules and campaign materials can be found in that packet that we were talking about. Okay, classes. Excuse me. Classes that are available. So you'll be taking classes throughout the entire week of Missouri Girls State because your participation in your class, along with your active participation in all of the governmental activities that we offer throughout the week, could make you eligible for college credit through the University of Central Missouri at a reduced rate. We're going to talk about that. But first, here are the list of classes that we offer. At Missouri Girls State, we have a School of Business. So if you're interested in opening a business at Missouri Girls State, or you're just interested in being an entrepreneur in general, the School of Business would be a good place for you. In the School of Business, they'll talk about topics such as how to write a solid business plan, how to run a profitable business. At Missouri Girls State, if you want to open your own business, which we strongly encourage that you do, You have to be a member of this school of business to obtain a business license, or excuse me, or your business partner must be a member of this business school. We also offer a school of communications and media. That's kind of like our school of journalism. So within the school, you'll learn about things such as ethics in journalism, how far is too far when it comes to getting a good story, and how does news media affect public perceptions in the political sphere? How does that connection, how do they influence each other? We're also very excited to offer for the first time ever a school of education. So in this school of education, topics will include how does government influence education policy? How does education system influence government? How do they work together? And sometimes how do they butt heads? Who has our students' best interests at heart? Again, that's a brand new class that we're very excited to offer this year. International Affairs. This is our School of International Politics. This is one of our newer courses, probably about 4 or 5 years old. So in the past, what they've done is every day they would spend a day talking about U.S. relations with other countries. So for hypothetically speaking, it could be Monday we talk about U.S.-Mexico relations. Tuesday we talk about U.S.-China relations, and then progressing throughout the week. So this is our School of International Politics. At Girl State, we also have a law school. If you're interested in being a judge or an attorney while at Girl State, you have to attend the School of Law because you have to pass the bar exam before you can practice. We also have a School of Law Enforcement and Safety that is taught by actual troopers from the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Topics that they've discussed in the past are women in law enforcement. So if you're a young lady interested in being a law enforcement officer as a career, this might be the class for you. They've also talked about topics such as women's safety and self-defense. In the past, they've brought in a SWAT team and let the girls try on tactical gear. They've also brought in a K-9 unit in the past. So this is always a very popular course. We also offer a School of Legislative Procedures. So if you are a senator or a representative or interested in those roles, this would be the class for you, because in the legislative procedure course, they're going to talk about what are the steps it takes to get a bill turned into a law. So this is a lot of information. On Sunday, each of the instructors are going to give a little presentation about their classes and kind of dive into more of the details about their syllabi that they have for their various classes so that you can make an informed decision. Something to note, though, once you choose a class, you have to attend that class every single day. There's no switching classes because that puts your college credit eligibility in jeopardy. So on the topic of college credit, again, your class, along with your participation at Girl State, may make you eligible for dual credit through UCM. These credits are not automatically awarded for attending Girl State. There is a process to go through to first become eligible and then go about pursuing them. So each delegate must pass the test in her class. On Friday, you're going to be given an exam at the end of the week and a participation survey. Passing that test, number one, and that participation survey, number two, are what are handed over to the university, and then the university determines your eligibility. So UCM will notify each eligible participant via email and I believe via regular old snail mail around August, early August. So be looking at your mailboxes, be looking at your email inboxes to see whether or not you've received an email from the university about your eligibility for college credit. The participant, you are responsible for finding out if the university you would like to attend accepts this college credit from UCM. That's not Girl State's responsibility, that's yours. And how it exactly will transfer. Some colleges may take it as a political science credit. Other colleges may take it as a general elective. It just kind of depends on what your career path is and what college you plan to attend. You should know, however, that this credit has been accepted at Harvard University by some of our delegates and alumni who go on to pursue careers through Harvard University and study there. So in my mind, if it's good enough for Harvard, it should probably be good enough for any college in the state of Missouri or the Midwest. There are two options when it comes to pursuing college credit. The first option is a 2-hour pass-fail. So you turn in that participation survey, You pass your test at the end of the week, boom, you're eligible for college credit. 2 hours at a reduced rate of $87.50 per credit hour. That is an approximately 70% reduced rate. So this is a steal. This is a bargain as far as paying for college credits go. There's a second option that's a 3-hour graded credit. So you have to send in that participation survey, you have to pass that test, and you have to write a paper. The university will give you more information about this 3-hour credit option at the session and about the 2-hour credit option as well. There will be a speaker available for you to answer your questions about how to go about getting this college credit. But that 3-hour graded credit option is also available at the 70% reduced rate of $87.50. So this is a steal. This is a bargain. We highly recommend that everybody plan to pursue this credit option. The delegate packet has all the necessary information about these college credit programs and contacts through the university should you have any questions or concerns. Again, you should know this is not an automatic situation. You are responsible for determining whether or not this college credit will transfer to university, how it will transfer. There is some work that needs to be done. But again, once you arrive, there will be a member of the university, several members for that matter, of the University of Central Missouri staff who can answer your questions about college credit and availability. If you have any questions about college credit in the meantime, you can add that into your survey and I'll do my best to give you more information there. So, some other activities at Girl State. So maybe you're seeing this so far and you're not quite sure if you're interested in all of these governmental activities. That's okay. We do have other options as well. We have a band and we have a chorus. So if you are a singer, if you like to sing, you're more than welcome to join us for the chorus. There's no audition. We'll take anybody. We also have a band that includes string instruments. So if you want to bring your instrument and participate in the Girl State Band, we're happy to have you. If you are a percussionist, please bring your mallets and sticks. If you play a larger instrument, for example, an upright bass or a sousaphone, please let us know if you're interested in being in the band because we may be able to provide you with that instrument through the university. So for example, if you play a sousaphone or a tuba, something like that, you might just have to bring your mouthpiece. If you have any questions, just stick that in that form that you're going to be filling out after this video. We also have a talent show. So if you are talented, we would love to see what you have, what you can show to us. Talent show, you have to audition. So that means that you need to bring all of your talent show materials with you to Girl State. That's music, costumes, any other sort of materials so that you can audition. We also have a state fair where you have to create a state fair booth. So if you like to come up with games and activities for people to do, the state fair booth might be a way for you to get involved. Other non-political activities include our color guard. They're responsible for flag raising and flag lowering every day. We have a newspaper staff. So if you are interested in journalism or are a member of your school's newspaper team or, newspaper staff or yearbook staff, we'd be happy to have you on our Missouri Girl State newspaper. If you look in the right corner, that's the Missouri Girl State Gazette. It is printed on actual newsprint by the Columbia Tribune in Columbia, Missouri. If you are interested in pursuing a career in journalism, this newsprint acts as a great addition to your journalistic portfolio when it comes to applying for journalism schools. We have a postmistress who is responsible for collecting the mail ingoing and outgoing for each city. We have a broadcast journalism team. So if you are a member of your school's broadcast journalism team, whether that's in front of the camera or behind the camera, we'd be happy to have you on the KMOS studios are where you're going to be working with state-of-the-art camera equipment, and you're going to be delivering the news to us every afternoon. We also have a Parks and Recreation director. She kind of keeps everybody involved, makes sure everybody's having a good time, everybody's included. And we also have highway patrol officers for each city. So if you want to arrest people during the week, if you like to write people tickets, if you like to enforce the rules, a highway patrol trooper would be a good role for you. So we have a lot of guest speakers throughout the week, and we expect that our guests be treated with the utmost respect. There are going to be guest speakers there whose opinions and beliefs you 100% agree with. There are also going to be speakers and guests there who maybe you disagree with. We would challenge you, or maybe challenge your beliefs. These speakers might do. So they might challenge your beliefs. Regardless of whether you agree or disagree, we ask that everybody treat our speakers and guests with the utmost respect. Many of our speakers will accept questions from the citizens based on time available. So there might be the opportunity for you to ask an important question that you may have of an elected official. But again, we can't offer that opportunity if we're being disrespectful to our guests and speakers. So again, just treat everybody with respect. Following the golden rule, treat others as you would expect to be treated, staff, delegates, and guests. Harassment and bullying of any kind will not be tolerated. If it is found that harassment and bullying is taking place, then you could potentially be ejected from our program. We do not tolerate it. Whether that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon it's discovered or 3 o'clock in the morning it's discovered that bullying has taken place, you will be asked to leave the program immediately. Mom and dad are going to have to come and pick you up immediately. The complete policy and explanation is available in the delegate information packet as far as what constitutes harassment and bullying at Girl State. UCM also holds summer classes and other camps during our time on campus, so be sure to be courteous to those other university students and workers who are on campus while we're sharing the campus with them. So make sure that you are only in approved buildings and approved spaces during the day. UCM is a smoke-free campus. This includes but is not limited to vapes, e-cigarettes, and other similar tobacco products. If it is found that you are smoking on campus, those materials will be confiscated and you may be asked to leave. This also includes when your parent or guardian drops you off at Girl State. They cannot smoke on campus during the registration process. So just keep that in mind. Okay, packing. What to bring. So you're going to want to bring clothes, right? So you're going to need to bring enough clean clothes to last you through the entire week because you're not going to have access to any washers or dryers or laundry facilities. So bring enough clean clothes to last you throughout the entire week. If you are an athlete, there is the opportunity most mornings. I'm not going to say every morning because it usually takes a day or two for everybody to get settled in. But there is the opportunity for you to go participate in a morning workout and a morning run. So you can't feel free to bring athletic clothes and tennis shoes with you. But again, you're not going to have access to laundry, so you're going to want to bring enough of that to last you through the whole week. Just kind of trying to give you a little tip, a little heads up. General rules according to dress code. So your straps need to be 3 fingers wide, okay? No halter tops, tube tops, backless tops or dresses, no crazy cutouts or exposed midriffs or anything like that. As a general rule, if it's acceptable for you to wear in your high school, it's probably acceptable for you to wear during the day at Girl State. Comfort is key when it comes to dressing, so you can wear shorts during the day, skirts, jeans, capris, t-shirts, whatever makes you most comfortable during the day. You're going to be doing a lot of walking, so wear comfortable shoes. Some of our buildings can be very, very cold, so you're going to want to bring a jacket or a sweater, something along those lines with you, just in case, because it does get very chilly in some of the auditoriums and halls that you're going to be in. In the evening, we have a different dress code. Excuse me, sorry about all the water. It's a lot of talking. In the evening, we have a different dress code, what we like to call dressing for stage, or you might hear your counselor refer to it as dressing for dinner. It means the same thing. We kind of elevate our dress code and it becomes business casual. So all delegates and members of the staff will dress in skirts, dresses, slacks, khakis, pantsuits, a blouse, whatever makes you comfortable. So if you're not a girl who likes to wear dresses, don't wear dresses. That's totally fine. Wear slacks. You can wear a jumpsuit. You can wear a skirt. You can wear khakis. The only thing is in the evening, you cannot wear shorts. No shorts in the evening. That includes rompers. Rompers are not acceptable for evening dress code because they're shorts. A jumpsuit, yes. Shorts and rompers, no. Also, no denim, no jeans, I should say. A jean jacket is fine, but blue jeans, not. If you are somebody who likes to wear skirts and dresses, keep in mind that it needs to meet the fingertip rule with your hands at your sides as far as your hemline goes. This has nothing to do with, not letting a girl show her ankles or, her shoulders being distracting. That's not what this is about. This is about, we're all young women. We're all about to enter the workforce. We are professional, and we want to train ourselves to present ourselves professionally as professional, competent, confident young women. So that's all this dress code is about, is practice, giving us practice for being taken seriously, being taken professionally in the workforce. That's all that this dress code is about. Continuing our conversation as far as packing clothing, you must follow the stage dress code anytime you plan to be on the stage. So maybe you want to campaign for an office. You might want to pack an additional dressy outfit or two. You're going to need a dressy outfit for Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. So that's 3 dressy outfits. If, again, you want to be on stage more, maybe pack an extra outfit. You're going to need the 4th dressy outfit you're going to need to bring has to be all black, solid black, head to toe. This is for our inaugural ceremonies on Friday night. So throughout the entire week, we've all been, individuals. On Friday, it's time for us we're not trying to stand apart on Friday. We're all trying to stand together. So that black color acts kind of like our uniform for that evening. And if somebody is wearing black with white polka dots or black with stripies or black with hot pink pumps, it kind of spoils that unification effect. So try to keep your shoes black or a neutral color, nude, tan, brown, etc. And try to keep all of your jewelry and accessories kind of muted, conservative, and understated. So again, we want to kind of blend in, stand together as a united front, and we're not trying to stand out on Friday night. If at any time a staff member feels that you are dressed out of dress code, she may just kind of tap you on the shoulder and ask you to go back to your room to change. So just keep that in mind. It's best to follow the dress code rules, which are very simple. Fingertip length hems, 3 fingers wide on the straps. We highly encourage you to wear comfortable shoes throughout the week. If you are somebody who likes to wear high heels and can wear them confidently, awesome, bring them. If you are not somebody who wears high heels, Girl State is not the week to learn how to do that. Because we do a lot of walking, and you are not allowed to go barefoot at any time. So I would highly recommend wearing comfortable shoes throughout the week, and then maybe bring a pair of slippers or house shoes to wear in your hallways and in your bedroom so that you're comfortable, because you can't be barefoot in the hallways either. And then again, you're going to want to pack a cardigan or sweater or something to go over your outfits, because it is very, very, very cold in the auditorium where we spend a lot of our time. So please, please, please pack a sweater or a jacket. Other packing items. This is Missouri. Nobody knows what the weather is going to do. So be prepared. Bring an umbrella. Bring your rain jacket if you have one. Last year, it just poured on us one day while we were trying to get everybody inside. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want an umbrella, a jacket, something along those lines. You're going to want to bring personal toiletry items. So this is a dorm. It's not a hotel. So there's no hand soap. You've got to bring your own. There's no dryer. You have to bring your own. It doesn't come with the little travel size bottles of shampoo and body wash that they have at the hotel. You have to bring your own. Bring your own toothbrush, toothpaste. You have to bring your own towels, and you have to bring your own washcloths. In that bathroom, you're provided with a shower and tub, a sink, and a toilet, and a mirror, and toilet paper. That's it. So everything else you need to bring from home. I would highly recommend bringing an extra towel to go on the floor to serve as a bath mat, so that way you don't slip and fall on your way out of the shower. Just something to think about. You're also going to want to bring hangers. Your dorm room has a closet. It does not come with hangers. So you're going to want to bring something so you can hang up all of your clothes and keep them wrinkle-free throughout the week. You're going to want to bring a book bag or a backpack to carry your binder. You might want to bring a notebook or some loose leaf, pens, pencils, things along those lines to take notes. Please do not bring any valuable jewelry or electronic items. Your room, you're not going to be given a room key, so you're not going to have a way to keep that stuff secure, and we can't be held responsible for any lost, broken, or stolen items. If you have to bring a valuable item with you to Girls State, your counselor can keep that under lock and key for you. And then, of course, a little extra red, white, and blue is always appropriate. We love patriotic gear, so if you have patriotic gear, bring it. The staff loves to see that kind of stuff. So Ellis Dorm is going to be your home away from home for the week. All delegates and staff members are going to be living in Ellis Hall together. Staff members are on every floor in each hallway so that no shenanigans can take place. Again, no room keys will be provided. There are 5 floors at Ellis, ground 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there are no elevators. So travel light, and if you didn't travel light, I hope you brought Dad to lug your suitcase all the way up to the top floor. The top floor is where Barton County is, so that's where I'm going to be living. So if you're on the 4th floor, you could be in my county. It's a lot of walking we have to do, so just keep that in mind. You might want to travel light just in case. You're not going to know your rooming assignments until after you have registered. So there are no elevators. You're not going to be provided, again, with any toiletry items, including hand soap, towels, and shampoos. You do get toilet paper. But in your room, you're going to be given 2 flat sheets, a blanket, a pillow, and a pillowcase. And that's about it. So if you want to bring your own bedding from home, just know that the mattresses are the XL twin length, so they're extra long. So a regular old twin sheet is not going to fit all the way from end to end. I highly recommend bringing your own blanket and bringing your own pillow because it gets chilly and you just want to be comfortable. It's those little things that bring you some comfort and kind of add up to help you feel, comfortable when you're away from home. It is not it is not a community bath situation, not a community shower situation. Ellis Hall, all of the rooms are suites. So it's 2 bedrooms with a bathroom conjoined in the middle. So you're going to be sharing that bathroom with your roommate and then the 2 girls who are next door. So that's 4 people to 1 bathroom. So just keep that in mind. It's not a community shower. You get your own bathroom. You get your privacy. So don't worry about that. If you forgot something at home or need something, we do have a shopper who makes Walmart runs every single day to purchase different items. She will not buy food or drinks, and she only takes cash. So what it could mean is maybe you forgot a bath towel. So you would fill out a little form. I would like a large bath towel, please. I don't want you to spend more than $10. She'll go to the Walmart, buy that bath towel, won't spend more than $10, and then we'll present you with the towel and change later in the day. Usually if you turn in your request in the morning, you'll have your requested item by lunchtime. So that's a really nice, convenient thing. Again, she's not going to buy snacks or drinks or food or anything like that, just items. You should also note, make sure you pack your own feminine products. There's 800 girls in one place. That's a lot of estrogen. You never know. It's just always good to be prepared. But if you do happen to get surprised, don't worry. We'll take care of you. We've got the shopper available, and most of our counselors carry extra feminine products on hand, just in case. You never know. But I do recommend just packing a couple, just in case. You never know. Taxes. So delegates need to bring $3 in U.S. currency with them to Missouri Girls State. These taxes help fund 2 scholarships, the Governor Scholarship for $1,000 and the Outstanding Political Citizen Scholarship for $500. These taxes were passed into law by previous sessions of Missouri Girls State. They wanted to start a scholarship fund, 2 scholarship funds, and so they decided that all Girls State delegates need to be taxed $3. So that's the law. We're going to uphold the law. You must bring $3 U.S. currency with you to Girls State. Please make note, there are some other fees in your packet, including a $2 requested donation to the ALA Department President's Project, a $1 donation to Missouri Veterans Homes and Hospitals, and you might want to bring additional money for city cakes, banner parade, and state fair items. All of that is optional. It's just recommended and suggested. We do have a banker on staff, so if you don't want to be responsible for carrying around your cash all week, you can deposit your money with the banker, and she'll keep it safe for you. And when you're ready to make a withdrawal and you'd like to make a purchase, you can go to the banker, check out your money, and then return whatever you're not using at that time to the bank. It's just something to throw out there. So we do have a Missouri Girl State shop, and in that shop you can purchase snacks, drinks, clothing. We do have some personal care items. We do also have a small supply of notebooks, pencils, things along those lines available. We accept debit, credit, cash, and checks. If it spends, we will take it. And that shop is open and open for business anytime that you are in the dormitory. Let me see. $50 is the reported amount suggested for the week. That's not to say that you have to spend $50 in the shop on t-shirts and snacks and ice creams and things like that. We do have an ice cream station in the shop, so just keep that in mind. That's always a nice treat. But this isn't to say that you have to spend $50 on ice cream and merchandise. That's not the case at all. We do have a variety of products for a variety of price points. You can get a t-shirt for $10. Occasionally we put things on sale. And you are given a free t-shirt from the university to commemorate your time at Girl State. So everybody's going to go home with something. But if you are somebody who likes to shop, if you do think you're going to want to buy extra snacks and things like that, $50 is what girls suggest. You don't need to spend $50. Again, all you have to spend is $3 for that tax money that we talked about. There's also the opportunity to purchase an electronic download of photos for the whole week. That is sold for $15. We have members of our staff whose sole purpose is to be our paparazzi, and so they follow us around all week, taking pictures, behind the scenes stuff. They travel with our senators and reps to Jefferson City. So if mom and dad want to have access, or you want to have access to all of the photos at the end of the week, $15 will get you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos that were taken. Food. So meals are served cafeteria style in 3 shifts. The first meal is Sunday at 6 o'clock. So you do not get fed lunch from us on Sunday. You have to eat lunch on your own time prior to arrival at Girl State, or bring your meal with you so that you can eat it at Girl State. And that, again, is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon that we start our first meeting. So you have to have eaten lunch before 1 o'clock. So that could mean you eat lunch on your way, or after you register, mom and dad can go off campus, bring you something to eat and bring it back. But after you have registered, you cannot leave campus because you are part of our program. You belong to us at that time. So we just want to make sure we know where you are. So after you register, you cannot leave campus, okay? Mom and dad have to bring your lunch to you, or you have to eat prior to registration. A salad bar is available at all lunches and dinners. Each option has a pizza option. We also have burgers, chicken sandwiches. We have cereal at every meal. So we do our best to accommodate people who might be picky eaters, okay? But again, we do also have snacks that are available for purchase at the Girl State shop. If you require a special diet, this is outside of being a vegetarian, but if you have, for example, a food allergy or require some other special considerations in regards to food, please contact Jackie Dunn. Her email is on the slide, or her phone number is 314-640-1154. You need to contact her if you require a special diet. This means if you're gluten-free, if you have a food allergy, etc. Please let us know so that we can have meals prepared for you under the conditions that you require to avoid cross-contamination, so that you can enjoy meals while you're at Missouri Girl State. But you have to let us know ahead of time so that we can accommodate your needs. If you're a vegetarian, you do not need to report that you require a vegetarian diet, as vegetarian options are available at all meals, as well as plant-based proteins. Those are available for you as well. Again, to report any dietary concern or restriction, you need to contact Miss Jackie, 314-640-1154. And then you can also visit us at the table during the registration process to just double check and confirm that we've got your information down. Cell phones. So cell phones are a good way for us to keep in touch with people, communicate, but they're not a good tool to use when we're trying to learn. So it's common sense, right? When somebody's speaking, we have our cell phones away. We're courteous and respectful. When an instructor is giving instruction, our cell phones are put away. We're listening and attentive. So just keep in mind that there are going to be times when there is a zero tolerance when it comes to cell phone usage, but then there are other times where you're going to be encouraged to use your cell phone. So it's all very common sense. We just ask that everybody, again, follow that golden rule, be respectful, and only use your cell phone at appropriate times. If you do use your cell phone at a time during a zero tolerance time period, your counselor might give you a warning, and on the second warning, she might confiscate your phone and have it kept at the director's table. So just be mindful, use common sense, be courteous, and follow the golden rule when it comes to cell phone usage. Transportation. So delegates are responsible for their own transportation to and from Missouri Girls State. If you are from the St. Louis area, I believe, well, in past years, there has been a bus that takes girls. It's offered for a bus from St. Louis to Missouri Girls State. If you live in the St. Louis area and you have not been informed about the bus, please include that in your questionnaire, and so I can see if I can get you on that bus if there's still space available. So again, that's only for the St. Louis area. Everybody else is responsible for their own transportation to Girls State. Parents are asked to park behind Ellis Hall during registration. There's going to be staff members in polos and t-shirts, just like the one that I have on. They're going to be in red, I believe, directing traffic, showing you, you can park here, don't park here. Don't park on the north side of the lot as that bus from St. Louis unloads the girls in that area. Again, they'll show you where it's appropriate places to park and where it's not. And then don't park in the street either, because Campus PD will issue you a ticket if you are not parked in designated areas. We prefer that the girls don't drive themselves to Missouri Girls State. This is because it's a very busy week. We're up and at 'em from 6:30 to 11:30 every single day. And we just don't want there to be any accidents on the way home. We don't want anybody falling asleep at the wheel. We don't want anybody nodding off. So if at all possible, please, 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 we don't want the girls driving themselves. We don't want you to drive yourself to Girls State. If you have to drive yourself to Girls State, we totally understand that situation happens from time to time, but your keys are going to have to turned over to the Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers. They'll keep your keys for the week. They'll check your car every night, make sure it hasn't moved, make sure that it's locked and secured, and keep it safe every single day. So if you drive yourself, just know that you're going to have to turn in your keys for the week, and we're going to give you a parking pass to put on your dash so that Campus PD knows, okay, this car is approved for parking for the week. Just keep that in mind. MOCHIP. So this is one of those optional programs that you could participate in. Missouri Girls State works with the Masons to bring this free and optional program to ALA MGS. By participating in MOCHIP, which stands for the Missouri Child Identity Program, you will receive digital photos, fingerprints, emergency contact information, dental bite impressions, and 2 laminated ID cards all put together in a packet. This packet can be used if, God forbid, anything were to happen to any of our delegates after they leave our program. This packet could be used, handed over to the authorities, and assist in the recovery of any delegate who, God forbid, something happens to them, they go missing, whatever. We all hope and pray that that never happens, but this is a great way to give mom and dad some peace of mind as our delegates go off to college and grow up and get older. This is just a great way to have that added peace of mind. Delegates must turn in the required paperwork from the delegate information packet at registration if they choose to participate. In that packet information, you're going to have to fill out things like height and weight, eye color, any medical concerns that the authorities should be aware of, distinguishing marks, etc. So you need to you need to fill out that paperwork prior to coming to Girls State, and built into the schedule are times for the girls to go and have that stuff done, have your dental bite taken, your photograph taken, etc. And then at the end of the week, we're going to distribute your ID kit to you before you leave Girls State. You're going to receive 2 copies of that. Again, participating in MOCHIP is 100% optional, but you have to fill out that paperwork before you come. It also requires a parent signature. Without the parent signature, we cannot do MOCHIP. Honors that are available through Girl State. So Girls Nation. Girls Nation is held from July 20th through July 27th, 2019 in Chevy Chase, Maryland. This is all 50 states and 2 girls to function as senators. And basically Girls Nation is like Girls State, but at the federal level, like a Senate. So if you're selected to participate in Girls Nation, you represent Missouri as a senator. You're going to debate legislation at the federal level. There are elections for president. In the past, Missouri has had a vice president at Girls Nation, which was very exciting. Missouri tends to do very well at the Girls Nation level, and that is because we adhere to a very, very rigorous Girls Nation application process. Information about that process can be found in the delegate information packet. You must draft a piece of legislation or a resolution at the federal level to be considered for Girls Nation participation. Again, information can be found in that packet. If you have questions before the session about Girls Nation, please go to our Girls State Facebook page and pose your questions there, because members of the Girls Nation Selection Committee will respond to you through that Facebook page. They won't take one-on-one questions prior. They want to make sure that everybody has access to the same information. So if you think you want to do Girls Nation, follow us on that Facebook page so that you can ask your questions when drafting your resolutions and legislation. The Outstanding Political Citizen Scholarship in the amount of $500 comes from those tax monies that you bring with you to Girl State, passed into law by previous sessions of Missouri Girl State Legislature. The Outstanding Political Citizen is a recognition that we award to a young lady who is working behind the scenes, but doesn't necessarily crave the spotlight and the attention. So we want to recognize those people who help run campaigns, who are the worker bees, who help to get things done. That's who the Outstanding Political Citizen is. And upon her selection, she will receive a $500 scholarship. The Samsung Scholarship, which is open to descendants of veterans, you could potentially win an amount up to $1,250. Your scholarship application materials are then forwarded on to the next level, to the national level, where you could win even more money. So in 2017, Missouri Girl State Delegate Lauren Gately was a runner-up, and she was awarded a scholarship of $5,000. In the past, we've even had girls win more money. We've had in the past girls win $20,000. So Missouri girls tend to do very well in the Samsung Scholarship. So if you are somebody who's eligible, we highly recommend that you apply. The Governor's Scholarship is awarded to the young lady who is elected and serves her term as governor. She will be awarded a $1,000 scholarship. Model City and City Spirit of the Day are distinctions that we award throughout the week and at the end of the week. These are cities who embody the spirit of Missouri Girl State, who work very hard, are courteous, respectful, who are having fun, who are involved and active in the program. So Model City is the city that we believe has most been emblematic of our values throughout the entire week. So it's a very special honor to receive Model City. Upon your completion of Missouri Girl State, you will receive a certificate of completion. You must hang on to that certificate to prove that you participated in Girl State, because it kind of acts as your diploma that you graduated from the program. And that's what you need to show in order to receive any additional scholarships that are awarded specifically for your participation in Girl State. On our website, you can find links to other scholarships that you may be eligible for. Even if the scholarship doesn't specifically say that it's awarded for Girl State delegates, any scholarship that has a leadership component upon your graduation or completion of Missouri Girl State, you are eligible for any scholarship that has a leadership component. So just keep that in mind. Parent information. So again, parents, if you would like to keep up with your daughter throughout the week, please go to our 2019 session Facebook page. That's where we post pictures, press releases, we do videos, things along those lines. We highly recommend that everybody follow us on that Facebook page. Emergency calls may be made to 660-570-1479. We highly recommend that parents put this number into their phones prior to the Missouri Girl State session, just in case emergency calls need to be made. So let's say maybe you get a flat tire on the way to Girl State. Well, that's where you could go to let us know that you and your daughter are running late. And so that way we know when to expect her, we can greet her and get her checked in at a later time. If you have to make any phone calls in the middle of the night, particularly if bad news needs to be delivered, we ask that you please contact us first at that emergency number, 660-570-1479, just so that if we need to deliver bad news to any delegate, that we can remove her from any activity that she's doing, get her into a private location, and be there with her to support her as bad news is delivered, whether that's in the morning or in the middle of the night. We ask that any bad news comes through us first so that we can be with your daughter during her time of need. We do also have nurses on duty 24 hours a day who live with us throughout the week. We have Missouri State Highway Patrol on duty 24 hours a day. They also live with us throughout the week. Ellis Dorm is locked down and secured every night by the members of the Highway Patrol, and all visitors are monitored by UCM staff during the day. Nobody other than Girl State delegates is allowed onto those upper floors after registration has taken place. We also have Warrensburg PD as partners, as well as campus security, to keep us all safe and secure throughout the week. Of course, Girl State is a lot of work, as I'm sure you've heard and have come to learn through this presentation, but it is also equally a lot of fun. There are experiences that you're going to have that are going to last a lifetime, friendships that'll last a lifetime due to your participation at Missouri Girl State. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of play as well. If anyone in your family is an alumni of Missouri Girl State, or any other Girl State for that matter, we are happy to welcome them during our alumni event, which is held on Thursday evening. Please visit mgsalumni.org in order to reserve your seat at dinner. So that's at 6 o'clock, Thursday the 27th, and it's held in the Student Union. You have access to dinner, the banner parade, flag lowering, and talent show. You can go online if you're an alumni of Missouri Girl State to make your reservation, excuse me. If you can't come on the 27th but would still like to visit, you can still contact us, contact Patty Pink at 660-341-4233, or her email is there, and we can schedule a time where maybe you can come and tour. That is only open to alumni members. So the Department President's Project. So Missouri ALA Department President Sharon Slagle is asking each delegate to donate $2 at registration in the form of cash or a check. This money will go towards her project, which is purchasing perishable items for campers to use at her project for the year, Kids of Our Heroes Adventure Camp. Kids of Our Heroes Adventure Camp is for children of wounded or fallen soldiers and allows the child a chance to work through grief and coping skills and share and learn together in an outdoor adventure environment. Please visit kidsofourheroes.org if you have any questions about what this program is and what their mission is. And again, this is our Missouri ALA Department President Sharon Slagle's project. So she's asking for a $2 donation to help this camp purchase perishable items for their campers. So it's a very worthy cause. This is the 2018 Model City of Crowder City. So if you are awarded the title of Model City, each citizen, each delegate will be given a copy of a photo similar to the one you see here. We do have a picture night on Tuesday where we all wear our matching university t-shirt. And then we also do what we affectionately call the Where's Waldo photo. So this is every delegate who attended Missouri Girl State last year, as well as everyone in the staff along the edges in the red t-shirts. So we call this the Where's Waldo because it's kind of hard to find your face. But this is what a session of Missouri Girl State looks like. It's a lot of girls in one place. Again, and that picture night is held on Tuesday. This is our staff. So we have approximately 90 volunteer staff members for ALA Missouri Girl State every year. Nobody is paid. We are all volunteers. We all take vacation time to come and spend with you because we love you girls, we love our state, and we love our country. So all of our staff members are very excited, very eager to get to know you and get to meet you in the coming weeks. If you attend Missouri Girl State and you decide that you've had a really wonderful experience and you would love to come back to our program and serve as a member of our staff, assistant counselor applications will be available to you throughout the week. Please talk to your counselors during the session if you are interested in being a member of our staff. So you've heard a lot of information today. Maybe you've decided that Girl State's not for you. And honestly, that's okay. We understand it's not for everybody. That's totally fine. All we ask is that if you decide that you're not going to attend Missouri Girl State for whatever reason, whether it's not of interest to you, maybe there's a scheduling conflict, things along those lines, please don't be a no-show. Please notify us ASAP. Your sponsor has made an investment in you. And so if you no-show to the program, or if you are expelled from the program for a behavioral issue, they may come to you and say, we invested in you and we want our $300 investment back. So just keep that in mind. If you no-show or are expelled, they may ask for that $300 sponsorship fee. They may ask for you to reimburse them. So if you don't come to Girl State, or if you leave early for a negative reason, they are going to be notified, and your school will be notified as well. If you don't let us know that you can't come to Girl State or you won't be coming, we do have a long list of alternates. And so if you no-show, it really is a discourtesy to them because we are unable to put an alternate in that place. So if you've decided that Girl State's not for you, that's totally okay. We understand that happens. Please just let me know in this form so that we can go through the process of getting an alternate to fill your place. If you cannot attend, you can include that information in the form that you're going to fill out after this video, or you can go to our website and go to the Contact Us section and notify us. We're going to make sure that your ALA sponsoring unit or your school knows that you have decided not to come. Again, that's okay. We just need to know that ahead of time. Additionally, if you have any other serious questions, something good to mention. Maybe you are injured prior to coming to Girl State. Going to that button, that Contact Us button right there on the side, that's going to be the best way for you to notify us. So let's say maybe you fell down and you injured your foot and you're going to be in a boot for the week. We need to know that because we don't want to house you on the 4th floor if you're injured. So if something like that happens, maybe you require an ADA accessible room, that would be the place to go to notify us as well. So if you have any concerns with mobility or any injury, please notify us ahead of time through that Contact Us button so that we are able to house you and accommodate you effectively and appropriately. If you are a go, after you've heard all of this information, we're going to see you on Sunday, June 23rd at registration. You can register anytime between 10 a.m. and noon. So please remember that on Sunday, during registration, you will not be fed lunch. You're not going to eat until dinner time at 6 o'clock in the evening. So you will have needed to eat lunch during that time window, whether that's you eat before registration or mom and dad bring you something to eat while registration is taking place. Mom and dad are more than welcome to help you move into your room and get things set up. But at 1 o'clock, we are going to ask that they leave so that we can get started with our activities. Registration will take place in the UCM Student Rec and Wellness Center. Again, there's going to be members of our staff stationed around pointing you in the right direction, helping to direct traffic and answering your questions. So you're going to park your car behind Ellis Dorms and only bring in your check-in materials. Do not bring your suitcase with you to registration because you don't know what your housing assignment is yet. So you're going to be having to backtrack with all of your luggage if you bring it to registration. So leave your luggage in your car until after you have completed registration. So that way you're not having to lug things back and forth. Only bring in your check-in material paperwork. If you have any questions about Missouri Girl State, if you have any questions about what to pack, if you any questions whatsoever, please include them in the link to the form that follows this video attached in this email. Include your questions there, and I will do my best to get back to you within 48 hours. No question is a silly question, so no matter how silly you might think it is, please feel free to ask it. I'm happy to help you throughout this process. Yeah, I think that's it. So I know this is kind of a lengthy presentation, but I hope you can see how important it is that we view the briefing video and attend a briefing. I hope this was a valuable use of your time. I hope you've gotten a lot of information, and I hope you're excited to have you come to Missouri Girl State. I know I'm excited to meet you. So again, my name is Maya Buckner. Thank you for being with us during this online briefing presentation. Please leave your questions in the Google form, and we will see you on June 23rd at registration. Thank you for your time.